Hey everybody, it's Steve from steveszanella.com. How are you today? So I want to talk about the difference between having an anxiety disorder and just being anxious about something. There is a very key difference between the two. Before I say that though, real quick, do me a favor, hit the subscribe on the channel. If you like these videos, I like to put out stuff all the time. I upload as much as I can. I'm going to be uploading a lot more from this point moving forward. In fact, I've put a little challenge to myself to try to upload at least one video every day, Monday through Friday, just to get as much information as I can out there to create a conversation. Let's remove those stigmas. Let's figure out these disorders. Let's get our lives back on track and try to help each other and grow to the best of our ability, because every single one of us has something to share with the world, and I want to do everything that I can to make sure that that happens. So, anxiety disorder versus just feeling anxious. Here's the big difference. How disruptive is it in your life? If you feel nervous because you have to give a talk, or you have a test, or there's some big project at work that you're trying to complete, that is completely normal and natural. The idea of a disorder comes into play when the anxiety that you're feeling extends past a specific event, or becomes so consuming that it really starts to alter and adjust decisions that you make and the quality of your life. If you find yourself nervous or anxious all the time, when you start avoiding things that you never avoided before, maybe you don't want to go out with friends as much, or you start to feel more uncomfortable in certain situations that in the past you were more comfortable with, this could be the sign that you're developing some type of anxiety disorder. So think in terms of disruption. How disruptive are the feelings that you're having? Because what really is a disorder? A disorder is essentially something isn't normal. Well, okay, so define normal. Normal is really based on what people readily accept as the average, what other people do, how the rest of the world or the rest of the people in your society function. So normal is a very subjective term. The amount of anxiety someone feels, again, can be very subjective, because like myself, I have a fear of bees. Is that normal? Is that not normal? There's millions of people who have a fear of bees, but there are also millions of people who have phobias which become disorders. So it's this very gray area between normal and, I hate that term, normal. See, we get into this area about defining normalcy that makes me uncomfortable. For years with my anxiety, I felt like I wasn't normal. I mean, it's such a subjective term, and we use it as a term to talk about what's right and what's wrong. Not being normal isn't wrong. It's what makes us individuals. It's what makes us humans. So I want us to be able to embrace our originality, and I love not being normal. It took me a long time to be able to be comfortable in my own skin. And a lot of that was because I was always made to feel like there was something wrong with me because I didn't do everything exactly like everyone else did. Being normal doesn't necessarily mean better. It just means it's more common. These disorders are not uncommon. So maybe we need to start readjusting our take on normal. Being normal isn't always a good thing. Being normal means you're just like everyone else. And isn't the goal to find our originality and our personality and what makes us unique and celebrate those differences? And I know I've completely gone off on a tangent here, and I'm not really sure how I'm going to edit this video together. If you have a disorder, something is happening inside of you that's keeping you from being able to make the decisions that you want to make for yourself. So if you can develop some self-awareness around what's going on in your life, you can start to figure out whether something is a disorder. I mean, think about the word. It's not in order. It's not the way it's supposed to be done. It's in disorder. So if your life is in disorder, or you're not able to organize your life the way you want, you know what you want, but something is keeping you from being able to do that, there's a chance there is a functionality within your brain, a disorder in your brain that is keeping you from being able to do that. So I hope that I've answered the question about the difference between just being anxious about something and having an anxiety disorder. It's how much impact it has on your ability to do the things that you want to do. I want to share my story. I want to talk with people, and it's taken me years to get over my anxiety disorder, to realize even that that's what I have a passion for doing, because my brain convinced me the way the chemicals worked and the signals worked, it convinced me that that was an unsafe activity and that I should avoid it. And I missed out on a lot of years in my life, and I don't want to do that anymore. So dealing with the disorder allowed me to reclaim some of the order in my life, to organize my life differently and with more purpose and with more understanding and awareness. And that is how I overcome a disorder in my life. Taking the action that needs to be taken, but also by understanding what's happening behind the scenes. If you're not self-aware, you feel as though, you're just mindlessly going through life and things are happening to you with very little understanding or regard for your personal responsibility in what's going on. And when I say personal responsibility, please understand that oftentimes the choices we make them because of the puppeteering that's going on with the chemical connections in our brain. When you start to process things, if you're unaware of how everything works, it feels like I just am doing something. But in reality, there's a lot behind the scenes that is pushing you in a direction. And if you can understand and become more aware of what's going on behind the scenes, you can take back more of that control. Disorder. Can you not organize your life because of a thought, because of a fear, because of a pattern, because of a habit? Then there's a good chance there's a disorder behind it. Just being nervous about something, that's normal. That's normal? Is it normal? Lots of people get nervous. Let's put it that way. Lots of people get nervous. How much of an impact that's having on you, that's whether it's a disorder or not. So that's what I got. There it is. If you have questions, I obviously have a ton of questions. Shoot me an email, steve@steveszanella.com. I would love to hear from you. Was this rambling helpful at all? Maybe? I don't know. As always, write in the comment section below. I love getting questions. I love hearing your feedback. Did you like the video? Is it a little crazy? Does it make sense? Hopefully. I'm not sure. But like I said, I'm going to be trying to put up a video every day, Monday through Friday. Come back, subscribe to the channel, give it a like, give it a share, give me some feedback, give me some love, baby. All right. Until we talk again, I hope you have an amazing day.